In 1980, the median American family earned $16,400 per year. In 2026, that same family earns $83,700 per year. Their income grew more than 5 times. But somehow they feel broker than ever. This is not a feeling, this is mathematics. The difference between earning more dollars and being more wealthy is one of the most carefully hidden truths in modern economics. Today, we expose it. This is silent capital. There are exactly 4 mechanisms that have transferred wealth from working Americans to the financial system since 1980. None of them appear on a pay stub. None of them are taught in school. All 4 are still operating right now. The data comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Census Bureau, and the Federal Reserve. In 1980, one working parent could afford a house, 2 cars, raise children, and save for retirement. In 2006, 2 parents working full-time cannot afford the same lifestyle. Same country, same currency, same banks. Different outcome by an order of magnitude. Mechanism 1. Compound inflation. Since 2002, the Bureau of Labor Statistics confirms that the United States dollar lost 25% of its purchasing power between January 2020 and today. 5 years, 1/4 of every dollar gone. A $100 grocery cart from 2020 now costs $125 for the same items. A tank of gas, a restaurant meal, a movie ticket. The price tags moved, the dollar bills did not. This was not random. This was the deliberate consequence of a specific policy decision. Between March 22 and the end of 2000-2001, the Federal Reserve increased the money supply by 40%. $3 trillion created in 90 days. Money has the same property as any other product. When supply increases faster than demand, value falls. The dollar fell. Your wages did not catch up. Mechanism 2. The collapse of housing affordability. This single mechanism explains more middle-class frustration than any other variable in modern economics. The numbers are difficult to believe even when you see them. In 1985, the median American home cost $82,800. The median household income was $23,620. The home cost 3.5 times annual income. A working family could buy that home in 7 years of full income. In 2026, the median American home costs $416,900. The median household income is $83,750. The home costs 5 times annual income. The same family now needs 19 years of full income to buy that home. Since 1980, American home prices rose 551%. American incomes rose 373%. The gap is 178 percentage points. If incomes had kept pace with housing, the median American family would earn $115,000 today instead of $83,000. A gap of $31,000 per year every year. Before we reach mechanism 3, one important note: the exact methods middle-class Americans have used to protect themselves from these 4 mechanisms, plus the 7 strategies the wealthy quietly deploy before every transfer, I compiled into the Silent Capital Playbook. 50 pages. Link in the description below. The playbook is not theory. It is the same framework documented from Joseph Kennedy, Hugo Stinnes, Floyd Odlum, and the families who preserved wealth across every collapse of the last 100 years. Now, stay here, because Mechanism 3 is the most expensive one, and almost nobody talks about it. Mechanism 3, the annihilation of educational return on investment. Education was supposed to be the path out of generational poverty. Today, it is the path into generational debt. In 1980, the average annual tuition at an American public 4-year university was $1,856. A student could pay for college by working a summer job at minimum wage. The concept of student loan debt as a lifetime burden did not exist for most families. In 2026, the average annual tuition at an American public four-year university is $24,920. A summer job at minimum wage produces approximately $8,000. A student now needs to work full-time for 3 years just to pay for 1 year of education. Since 1980, American college tuition rose 1,200%. General consumer prices rose 236%. College tuition outpaced general inflation by a factor of 5. This is not inflation. This is something else, something that requires a specific economic mechanism to produce. The mechanism is government-backed student lending without underwriting. Banks discovered they could charge any tuition price because the federal government guaranteed the loan. Universities discovered they could raise prices indefinitely because customers had unlimited credit. The student became the collateral. The debt followed them for life. Mechanism 4. Compound taxation that nobody sees. Most Americans believe they pay one tax rate. The reality is they pay 7 different taxes simultaneously, and the cumulative burden has grown silently for 40 years. The 7 invisible taxes: federal income tax, state income tax, Social Security payroll tax, Medicare payroll tax, sales tax, property tax, inflation tax. In 1980, the average American household paid approximately 31% of total income across all 7 taxes combined. In 2026, that same household pays approximately 40% of total income across the same 7 taxes. The increase is 9 percentage points. For a family earning $83,000, that means $7,500 per year more in taxes than their parents paid at the same income level, adjusted for everything else. 4 mechanisms operating simultaneously: compound inflation, housing decoupled from income, education priced beyond reach, taxes silently expanding. None of them feel large in isolation. All 4 operating together over 4 decades produces the exact result Americans now report: earning more, feeling poorer. This is why the median American family earning $83,000 today feels poorer than the family earning $16,400 in 1980. Nominal income grew 411%. Real purchasing power grew only 18%. The 44-year gap between those two numbers is the most important data point in modern American economics. The hardest truth is this: working harder no longer solves the problem. The mechanisms operate on top of any income level. A family earning $200,000 in 2026 experiences the same proportional erosion. The mechanism is structural. It does not care about your effort. The defenses available are the same defenses that worked for prepared Americans across every era of the last 100 years. Hard physical assets that cannot be printed, productive real estate with locked financing, cash positions held in stable currencies, skills that produce income outside the corporate wage system. The wealthy are not richer because they work harder than middle-class Americans. They are not smarter than middle-class Americans. They simply own different categories of assets, categories that benefit from the 4 mechanisms while wages suffer from them. The asset side of the transfer, not the income side. What your parents experienced as a stable middle-class life was a specific moment in history, 1945 to 1980. The 35-year window when wages outpaced inflation, when housing tracked income, when one job supported a family. That moment ended. The structural conditions that produced it no longer exist. Pretending otherwise will not bring them back. If this is the kind of analysis American financial media will never publish openly, hit the like button so the algorithm shows this video to the next person who needs to see it. The transfer of wealth from middle-class Americans to the financial system is the largest economic story of our generation. It is being hidden in plain sight. And tell me in the comments, compared to your parents at the same age, are you ahead financially, even with or behind. I read every comment on this channel. Your honest answer informs every video I make next. The Silent Capital Playbook documents the complete framework, 7 strategies the elite have used before every wealth transfer of the last 100 years. The gold anchor, the hard debt paradox, the cash position, counter-cycle real estate, crisis-proof skills, the jurisdictional hedge, the early warning system, link in the description below. Subscribe to Silent Capital. New videos every week. Next week, we cover the day the United States made it illegal to own gold. Executive Order 6102, April 5, 1933. What happened to the Americans who refused to comply? History has the answers. We just show you where to look. This video is for educational purposes only. Nothing in this video constitutes financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. Consult a licensed professional before making financial decisions. All factual claims have been verified against primary sources, including the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the United States Census Bureau, the Federal Reserve Economic Database, the National Center for Education Statistics, and the National Association of Realtors. Silent Capital, before it collapses.